Want to know the fastest way to hit your goals and have more fun in the process? In this coaching video, I'm going to help you overcome the pitfalls that actually cause people to fail and implement 2 hacks immediately that will allow you to hit your goals quicker while enjoying the process. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button so that you can get reminders anytime I'm posting empowering videos to help you lead a life you love. Enjoy the training. Hey guys, it's Michele Ariana. I am here live at the peak of Inspiration Point in beautiful Santa Barbara, California. I'm going to share a little bit of inspiration that I got as I was doing this hike up here. So that's what we did. We started out with just taking a leisure hike, and one of our friends who were visiting was like, yeah, we're going to go to the peak of Inspiration Point. I didn't ask how long was it going to take, what was it, how far, where specifically is it. I was like, okay, great, we're going on a hike. So as we start hiking, we're getting further in, 20 minutes in, it's getting a little bit more terrainy and more rocks. And, now we're like 40 minutes in, and I realized how my monkey mind was starting to go. I was like getting really tired and I'm thirsty, and I was like, God, thinking in my head, when are we getting to the top? Where is the top? And it really made me realize how important it is to have an aim when you are going after a goal, when you have an experience in your life that you want to create, or you're wanting to achieve a level of success. If you're trying to climb to the top of a mountain, physically, how important it is to have a clear picture of what the aim is. And I didn't ask my buddy, hey, where's the top? Because what happens is when you don't have a clear aim, when you haven't visualized the end result or gotten clear about where you're going, it creates a lot of confusion in your mind. It creates a lot of, the monkey mind starts going and questioning things, and it really can create stress. In fact, that's why most people fail, is because they don't have a clear aim and they don't understand that they're playing a long game. It's not a lot of times, and just like we did today, we looked up, we're like, oh cool, we're going to hike this mountain. Didn't really know where on the peak, but we're like, oh, we can just get from point A to point B. That's never how success is. Success is never linear. And so what I found as I was walking and hiking, I'm like, oh gosh, I'm getting tired. I wanted to give up. All the excuses of why I didn't want to keep going started coming up, because I didn't have a clear aim, because I didn't have a clear visual in my mind of where we were going and what it looks like at the top. Success is never linear. There's always winding roads and different kinds of obstacles that are part of the journey. And so if you know that going in, then we got another puppy here. Can you see the dog? Oh my God, he's so cute. He was our little mascot hiking up here. But if you don't have that clear image and know where you're going, it's going to be really hard to get there. So my epiphany was finally about 45 minutes in. I was like, all right, where's the top? Where are we going? And he's like, oh no, it's just right up there around the bend. So we stopped, I took some water in and kind of just recalibrated my mind. Now I could wrap my head around what the achievement was, where we were going. Oh, look at this. We got a little puppy here joining me. Hi, Jack. And so once I was able to recalibrate my mind, I then had a resurge of energy, and we hiked for probably another 20 minutes just to get to the peak. And honestly, guys, it's so worth it. I mean, if you can just see how incredible the top is. But it really was a metaphorical experience for me to realize how key it is to have a clear vision, have an aim, know where you're going. Again, success isn't linear. It will take you on a path that helps you become the greatest version of yourself. In fact, when I finally got to the top of this amazing, it's called Inspiration Peak, so how perfect. I got inspired to shoot a video for you guys. Oh, yay, I think I see Virgie on. Hey Virgie, thanks for jumping on. So I got the inspiration to shoot this video because I realized the mental dialogue that I went on this journey. So some key tips for you to take away with this. And by the way, visualizing, I was visualizing, okay, we're getting to the top. I see myself looking at this amazing view. And yet then I could become very present with the journey before me, because there was a lot of looking down. There was a lot of like sketchy rocks that we had to go over and like steep slopes. So once you're clear about your aim, then you can be present in the moment and focus on where you are, what the journey is. We were looking at the flowers that were around us and the butterflies and the beautiful scenery. And so only until you have a clear aim, then can you really be able to pull yourself in the present moment. Because I noticed how not present I was when I wasn't clear where I was going, when I didn't know how long it was going to take, when I was it created so much confusion that I literally, my mind started going nuts and I couldn't even enjoy the journey. And so it's very metaphorical for life to realize that if you want, it's one thing to say, hey, I just want to go on a hike and wherever it takes me is perfect. That in and of itself is an aim. But if you're hitting a goal, maybe you're hitting a business goal, you're wanting to create a certain level of financial wealth, or you're wanting to attract a relationship or a partner, your divine twin flame into your life with more love. Maybe you want to hike a mountain, go hike, Mount Everest or whatever it may be. Or maybe it's you're wanting to like build a budget or create a family, whatever it may be. Visualizing is going to be key and having a clear aim. So I'd say step one, get clear about where you're going. What is it that you want? What's the peak? Where are you striving for? When you're clear about where you're going and what it is that you want, you're going to be able to hit it. You're going to actually be able to achieve it. Number two, visualize. What if you were already at the top of your game, if you already hit that goal, what would it feel like? What would it be like? What would you be thinking? It's so key to kind of let your mind go there. Oh, there's some beautiful butterflies. Oh my gosh. It's cool to let your mind go there because that's what's going to create the neural pathways in your brain and the energy to magnetize the experiences to help you get there. It's going to make success way easier as opposed to just trying to like shoot, go out and just throw a bunch of darts against the wall, try to hit your goal when you really aren't clear about it. And then when you visualize, again, it's giving you like tunnel vision so that you're able to clearly hit it. So what I would recommend, in the comment or in the description above, I included the link to the free power visualization audio. Now this power visualization is designed to help you step into your authentic self and to burn the rules, release what's held you back, and be able to help you align with who you're becoming. What are your goals? What are your desires? When you get a clear picture of that, you're going to be able to hit it. And again, Darlene's watching. Yay. Hey, Darlene. So again, here I am at the top of Inspiration Point in beautiful Santa Barbara, California. Just climbed up like this hour and 15-minute hike, was super ambiguous, didn't know where I was going, didn't ask my friend, like, where's the top, how long is it going to take? So my mind started to take over me and I almost gave up until I finally was like, all right, where are we going? What's the peak? I visualized myself up in this beautiful space because he said it's one of the most beautiful, spectacular views in all of California. So once I got clear on that, I took a break, reset my mind, and was able to get to the top. So whether you're getting to the top of your game, whether you're wanting to, hit a huge goal, like for me, it was becoming a pro NFL cheerleader. That was a huge goal for me. Again, I was really clear about my aim and I visualized who I was becoming. I visualized that end result. It created zero ambiguity. I knew exactly where I was going and it allowed that journey to be really fun. There have been other times in my life, even like creating a business, I was not clear. There wasn't a clear linear path of like what does success look like for me? And so it created a lot of ambiguity. I almost gave up. I almost threw in the towel with my business. And so to help you guys not get discouraged, just like this hike up this beautiful mountain, once I got clear about where I was going, I then could like give it my all and stay focused and become present and enjoy the moment. So getting to the top is just so much more rewarding, so much more spectacular. Again, I'm showing you this amazing view. There's a little doggy, and we got some friends over there on the mountain. It's so much more rewarding when you just take those couple extra steps, get clear about your aim, visualize who you're becoming, what your identity is, who you're stepping into, burn all the rules of what's held you back. For me, what's held me back in the past was not feeling like I had a lot of stamina to be able to hike. So I had to literally burn those rules hiking up this mountain in order to get to the peak. Because when I looked up, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do that? Don't worry about the how, just get clear about your aim and visualize. Again, grab your copy of that free visualization that I created for you guys. It's amazing. It's a 15-minute guided visualization that allows you to get out of the monkey mind and get clear about what it is you want, who you're becoming, burning the rules of the past and creating this beautiful canvas of what's before you. And I'm telling you, it's spectacular. Look at the canvas that's before me. This is better than I could imagine. And I use this hike, obviously, metaphorically, for your journeys, for whatever it is you want to achieve or create. So anyone who's popped on, Virgie, I see you, and Darlene, and anyone else, feel free. Is there anything that any goal, any desire you're wanting to hit? Feel free to share them in the comments below, or if you're on live, post them, because we'd love to be able to support you. Again, I know personally this is why I hired life coaches for myself and why I became a life coach, is because I realize how discouraging it could be when you are trying to hit your goals alone. In fact, when I was becoming a pro cheerleader, I hired coaches. I hired mentors, people that could help me get to the top. And I did. And I'll tell you, it was a straight up mental game. I mean, yes, physically I had to get into physical shape, but people don't realize, and they don't teach us in school, how much of a mental game you have to train your brain for success, train your brain for who you're becoming, train your brain to think in expansion and abundance and the end result. And again, once you get a clear picture of the end result, you then become really present and focus on your next step. Again, you don't want to, it can get very discouraging if you don't have a clear picture of where you're going. But if you only focus on the end result, the idea is to enjoy the journey of who you're becoming in that process. Because like one of my mentors said, and I always say, it's never about the actual goal. While this is spectacular, like as you can see all around me, beautiful California coast in Santa Barbara, spectacular at the top. Once I got clear about my aim, I was able to enjoy every step. We stopped and looked at flowers, and there were people passing us by that we would say hi to. So then the journey became so much more enjoyable. So just wanted to pop on and give you that little tidbit. Let's see. What'd you say, Virgie? You said, I have so many I want to meet. I don't know where to start. Well, you know what, Virgie? A great place to start for what I would do if I were you. Just a little coaching tip, free coaching tip here. If you've got a lot of desires and you don't know where to start, just take out a piece of paper. And I recommend a blue ink pen because the brain thinks in pictures and colors. So blue ink, when you're writing your dreams down, writing in blue ink is really powerful. I would just brainstorm. Write down all the dreams and goals and experiences that you'd like to have in your life. Don't worry about where to start yet. Just write them down, okay? Then step 2, on a scale of 1 to 10, next to each one, 1 being I don't have a high belief, 10 being I believe I could accomplish this in the next year, write down, scale each of those desires you wrote down on a scale of 1 to 10 after you brainstorm. How high is your belief that you believe you could achieve that in the next year? And you might have a low belief that, no, you know what, some of these may take me 5 years. That's fine. The idea is once you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your belief level that you can achieve it in the next year or so, 6 months to a year? That then allows your brain to hone in on, okay, let me start and narrow down to, a couple. Then next to that, on a scale of 1 to 10, rate how excited you are to actually hit that goal in the next 6 months to a year. This is going to help you vet out and narrow down specifically where to start so that you don't have to worry, because it can get overwhelming, honestly, if you're like me, where there's so many things you want to do on this planet. I started creating just a little note in my iPhone of desires and dreams that I want to have. Like, obviously, some of them are 5 years out. But by documenting them and keeping them in a file, a dream file or a vision file, my boyfriend taught me that because he's got dreams for like 20 years out, I started being able to organize them. So that's what I would recommend if I were you, Virgie. Thank you for posting that, because I think that's a lot of people's challenge. They have so many desires and it turns into this like wanting and yearning, and then they never start. And that's the biggest challenge. At the end of your life, you never want to look back and regret or feel sad that, God, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I could have done that. It's like no more wishing. This is where the monkey mind comes into play. This is where you just get organized, let yourself have the space to brainstorm what you desire, rate on a scale of 1 to 10 what your belief level is, because the key to achieving a goal is your belief. So if you don't have a high belief yet, it's okay. You can work up to that. But you want to at least get clear of where do you already have somewhat of a high level of belief to start. those are the goals you want to start chipping away at now, because then you create what's called a success cycle, or like a confidence momentum. It'll build confidence for you. So awesome. You're very welcome, Virgie. Thank you for asking that. Awesome, guys. Well, again, if you're not able to join me live here, just share your comments below. What are some dreams or visions or goals or experiences you want to have in your life? Because that climb up to that goal can feel, it can feel overwhelming. It can, like it did for me today when I was hiking this mountain. I mean, it's just huge. It's the biggest mountain I've ever hiked. And it can feel challenging. So if we can support you on that, share what's your goal and what's maybe a big challenge you might face along that way. Because once you let it out, like I shared with them, I'm like, man, I don't know if I can make it. Once I was clear about that, I got that negative voice in my head out, then I could, retrain my brain and go, no, I can do this. This is what I choose. It's sometimes those dark shadows that we keep hidden within us that, if you just bring it to light, shed light on whatever your fears are, so that you can move past them. Because those fears are those are the excuses. Those are the demons that want to keep you, your old momentum. They want to keep you safe, quote unquote. Your brain is not out to get you. Your mind is just a tool. My friend and I were talking about this. A lot of times we make such a big deal about the ego and the mind. It's like, well, your mind is just a tool. And my buddy had a great example. He's like, it's just like a blender. It's not like you blame the blender for you not having a good life. It's like you get to push the buttons on the blender and use that tool to your benefit. It's the same thing with your mind, training your brain, learning how to visualize, learning how to be clear about your aim, and getting into alignment. For those of you who've gone through the achievement formula, my 3-step framework on how to achieve anything in your life from a place of ease and balance, the first step is aim. Get clear about your aim. Alignment, get into vibrational alignment, feel good, learn how to tune your frequency to align with the end result of your goals. When you learn that, alignment is key. Now there's a lot to alignment, and I'm going to be sharing more videos with you guys about how to get into alignment, but that is the second step. And then the third step is inspired action. Taking inspired action. That's where you are taking action from a place of alignment, where you are now not forcing, not pushing, not chasing, but really taking the action that's going to feel the most joyful. So that when you get to the top, like I am here, you realize that the whole journey was enjoyable. It wasn't just about the end result. So anyway, guys, I'm so excited that you were able to join me on this beautiful peak, Inspiration Peak in Santa Barbara, California. I love you guys so much. Again, share your any successes, any experiences you're wanting to achieve, or any fears that may be coming up, so we can help address it, debunk it, and you can then take the inspired action to get to the top. All right, till next time, be sure to grab your free copy of the Power Visualization audio that's going to help you step into your authentic self so you can achieve your goals and desires from just a very enjoyable place, because this life is meant to be fun. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Again, it's Michele Ariana. Till next time, when I'll be sharing more empowering resources to help you lead a life you love.